Everybody, happy Monday. So yeah, I kind of wanted to try to do something a little bit different to where you guys can just ask me a question about anything. Yeah, before I get that going, I'm going to mention some stuff now that may either answer your question or may have another question for me. Number one, Rural Neighbors is still having their $50 bonus program on their Jet Term and Jet Whole Life. It must be submitted by February 28th and issued by the end of March with the issue date on there. Okay? You make $50 per application. As far as I see, there's no limits. Rural Neighbors has also increased their face amount from $25,000, now they're at $30,000, yet they lowered the bottom from 5 until 7. So right now, Rural Neighbors face amounts $7,000 to $30,000. And their age category is 50 to 75. Liberty Bankers has also increased their face amount from $35,000 to $40,000 as well. I'm going to have Darren on the call again probably next week, either next Thursday, either this Thursday or one day next week, to do strictly their term product. What I'd like to know is that how many of you guys like doing webinars and Zooms? Would you rather do that, or would you rather have it where you can listen only if you're driving? If you don't mind, send us a little text or email saying, I got no problem with the Zoom, I got no problem with hearing it on the Zoom, because Darren says he wants to keep it down to about 20 minutes, because when you start going longer than that there, it just becomes too much and overwhelming, and you start to, like, your brain starts like the law of diminishing return. You're not going to remember everything. So he's going to hit everything within 20 minutes of the highlights. Then if you got any questions, we'll go over that. Okay, I'm going to go over a couple things that I know for a fact will help you guys. Number one, grandchild rider, how we're going to make it more sticky. And secondly, whenever you're going through the back end, Ciaccio Crew for agents only, everything you need back there is there on what I'm going to go over with you today. Remember, you need to be prepared when you're in a house. Let me tell you what happened Friday. An agent called me and said, Joe, I've got this client that really likes the Rural Neighbors benefits. They like the $200, they like the attorney stuff, they like the free will, they like all that stuff there. I got on the phone, and no sooner I started than he said the client was ineligible. Now, who knows why a client will be ineligible right from the beginning of the start? They're less than 50 years old. They were 48 years old. Agent, excited, happy, got no problem. Yet, him and I had a long talk, and we have a sheet that's also in the back office that shows you the the ages that it starts and the ages it goes to, minimum and maximum face amount. So these are things that you gotta know when you're in somebody's house, because he fed her the old filet mignon with the baked potatoes and the Caesar salad, and now she can't have it. He ended up making a sale. He overcome the objection, made the sale, yet it wasn't with Rural Neighbors because all she wanted was a $10,000 policy. Okay.
Are you a life insurance agent? Are you thinking about what market you should get into? Okay. Mortgage protection, final expense, or annuities? I thought the same thing 17 years ago when I got my insurance license. I chose final expense.
Smaller premium, and less chance of somebody coming there and enrolling a client with all their grandkids to them. Most agents like writing the grandparent, and then they want to write each individual grandchild because they're going to make more commission. Anything wrong with that? No. Can you still do it? Yes. Here's the suggestion. I recommend you to write the grandparent up or write a parent up to do a child rider or do a grandchild rider. What it's going to do is that before the client cancels on her policy because she hears something, they're now going to know I have my grandchildren or my children as a rider, and I don't want to lose that there. If they decide they want to cancel because they heard something from a friend of theirs, and they say, I want to cancel my policy, have like a little a list of people that you have different items with. For example, you write somebody with Amerigo Eagle. that automatically comes with an accidental death rider for the insured, automatically built into their price. Make up a sheet of your clients, or maybe your memory may be strong. Make up a list of your clients who have certain add-ons, grandchild riders, accidental riders, those there, so when they call you to cancel, or they cancel and you need to call them back, you always be given a small period of time to reinstate the policy, because sometimes clients just get buyer's remorse, they hear something from the neighbor next door, and what ends up happening, they just cancel. So what I want you guys to do is keep track, so when they call, you remember you had your 2 grandchildren on there as a rider? Oh yes, well, if I were you, I wouldn't cancel. Okay, let's talk about that there. Now, every carrier does not have a child rider. Okay, the one that has a child rider is American Amicable, Capital Life, which is also Liberty Bankers, and Transamerica, and United Home Life. Okay, they all have that. CVS has a child rider as well. When it comes to a grandchild rider, American Amicable, Capital Life, Liberty Bankers, Great Western, and then also Transamerica. This sheet is on the back end. You can see this sheet, you can copy it, pull it out, and it's going to let you know exactly what carriers have child riders. Now, the only carrier that I see here, okay, that asks questions about the children, the ones that do not, Transamerica does not ask health questions on the children or grandchildren, and Capital and Great Western, if you do them an immediate, not a guaranteed, has no health questions at all for children or grandchildren. You may have a grandchild that may have MS, something's wrong with them, you need to find something, go to the sheet of some guide you. Now, this happened one day last week. An agent gets on the phone to do a point of sale application and is all excited. The client wants to get going. Client says, I do not want to start it until May 1st. And I said, May 1st? You got the rest of March, you got the rest of April, and now you got May. So you're looking at way more than 45 days. He called to do a phone interview, got denied because it was too far in advance. The only carriers that go up to 2 months, which is 60 days, will be Life Shield and Liberty Bankers and Capital Life. Those got the longest ones out there. CVS has it for that long also. Yet you need to ask yourself, do I really want to write something that far in advance? Well, the answer is probably yes, because you're sitting there. Yet I'm going to recommend you to make sure you check on it to make sure the first one clears, because they may forget. You're in a house and you want to write, let's say, an American Amicable simplified issue whole life. And it's today's date. Jay, when was today's date? 21st?
22nd.
Okay, today's the 22nd to start.
Go.
American Amicable says you may write us, yet you can only write it 30 days in advance. So if your client wants to get February 22nd, you got all of March, and they want an April 3rd effective date, they can't have it because it's more than the 30-day window. So you got to go to this sheet here. This sheet's going to show you all the carriers with the days in advance you can write your clients to make your job easier and simpler. So before you start going over all the nuts and bolts of the carrier. Smoker, non-smoker. When you go to the rate calculator, you will see that Americo's smoker rate is the same as their non-smoker rate. America said, Joe, you got a client that wants to quit, we're going to give them 3 years to quit smoking. If they quit within 3 years, they can keep that price. If they can't quit, the price goes up. Every client I speak to says, yes, I'm going to quit, yes, I want to quit. This is going to give me the motivation to want to quit. Fine, I've got a program for you. So Americo's smoker rates are the same as the non-smoker rate. Doesn't matter whether they smoke cigarettes or tobacco or chew or dip, they automatically get a non-smoker rate. So factor that into when you're going through your rate calculator. Now, Let's say you have a client who smokes cigars only. They smoke just an occasional cigar. Occasional cigar, as a non-smoker, can be Life Shield. It can be Prosperity if they don't smoke cigarettes. American Amicable says you have a client that speaks an occasional cigar, we'll take them. Mutual Omaha says if they use up to 24 cigars per year, 2 a month, Mutual Omaha says we will take them as a non-smoker. The sheet here is also in the back end also for you guys to look at, review, and have it. So when you're sitting down with a client, they smoke an occasional cigar, now you've got not just one choice, you've got numerous choices for you to pick, because just because they're a cigar smoker, you gotta make sure they qualify for the program. Okay. One more thing that I'll open up if anybody has any questions. We have a sheet, it's a cheat sheet called the Final Expense Cheat Sheet that Jay has spent a lot of time putting together for you guys. This sheet here is going to tell you who does an e-app, who has an e-app with instant approval when you're right in front of the client. Can you be in front of the client? Can you not be in front of the client? Do I have to be with the client when I do an e-app? Royal Neighbors, you got to be in front of the client for all of their products. You got to be in front of the client. That's something you got to sit and factor in. If you want to write the Royal Neighbors, you got to be in front of the client if you want to do an e-app. As of now, we only got 3 carriers that accept credit cards: AIG, Gerber, and Great Western. The only ones on our little cheat sheet here that accept credit cards. When it comes to the Direct Express, which I'm seeing less and less of those Direct Expresses, the primary companies are your 3 guaranteed: AIG, Gerber, Great Western, as well as Prosperity, Sentinel, and Transamerica. Those are the only 3 immediate benefit carriers that we have that will give you the usage of a MasterCard Direct Express, okay? And those numbers start with 5332-48. You don't get advanced, okay? Now, let's say you got a client that does not qualify for an e-app, does not qualify for a point of sale. We've got 5 carriers that you can write a wet app for and send it in, okay? You've got Mutual Omaha, you got Life Shield, you got American Amicable, as well as a guaranteed. So you can be sitting at home, write the app up, throw it in the mail, put a return stamp to you, it comes back to you and it takes care of you. Also got some other stuff on there. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Does anybody have any questions? If you do me a 5-star, Jay will open you up. If you got a question, Joel went and knocked on a door. Joel went to see a client, they didn't have a checking account, they wouldn't give me the credit card information, the checking account information. Ask me any questions. Who is it?
Marie Titus.
Okay. Marie Titus, good morning, you're on the air. Marie? Good morning. Very good. She what, Marie? She what? Okay. Okay. Okay, repeat back. She wants a whole life, yet the cash value is a factor. Is she on underage disability? Okay. If a client needs it, wants it, yet is concerned about the cash value. I believe, I've talked to a lot of agents, they've even tried to investigate it. I think they can have up to $1,500 or $2,000 and I want to say depending on the state, but I'm not exactly positive on that there, of how much money they can have in the cash value to where it doesn't throw them out of the benefits that they get from either Social Security, underage, or whoever they get it from. I maybe see Maria about doing her a term policy which has no cash value and do a rider on the children. That'd be the only thing I can think of. Or she can get a whole life policy. When the cash value starts growing, she can cash it out and start another one. Okay, providing her health is okay. But that's a tricky question, and I don't have an actual direct answer on the amount of money that they can have, because I've gotten different, on the internet, I've gotten different amounts. So that's going to be a tough question for me to answer on what's best, other than a term with a child rider. Okay, I wish I had a better answer. Okay. I just cautioned you, that's all. Yes. Could you? Yes, I just cautioned you. You know what I'm saying, for her. But if you want when we're off the call, just call me and we can go more in detail about more different thoughts. But as of right now, you have definitely stumped me on what would be a good way to do it. But call me after the call and we can go into detail on it then. Okay. Thank you. Jay, who's next?
Nobody.
Nobody? Okay, that's it. Marie's the only one that had guts to ask me a question, and she asked me a damn tough one, and she stumped me. So I got to do the old phone a friend right now to find out exactly what the rules are on how much money you can have in your account to where underage disability does not mess with you. So I will find out and get you the answer soon. So, okay, guys, with that said, we love you. We appreciate you. If you need anything, give us a call. We're here. Be safe. Thank you. Bye-bye.